Well, hello, hello. So good to see you on this Sunday afternoon. It is November 19th today, and today is our extra day. I actually have 3 extras for you. We're doing an extra card. So on Wednesday, we did I guess I should introduce myself first. Hi, I'm Michelle. I own and operate Harmony Stamps with Michelle as an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And on Wednesday, we did a video with a live card class where I did 3 cards using the Beary Christmas Memories and More cards and the card bases and envelopes for that as well. And they were very simple cards, really fast, really easy to put together. And I want to show you a very simple, easy way to make it a bit more special today with one card design. So that's our extra based on the card. And in addition to that, we are going to go through the mini catalog that is going to be retiring at the end of December, beginning of January, because the last chance list is out, and it is also going to be the items that are going to be on sale or discount will start on Tuesday, the 21st. So I wanted to let you know about that. And then I did get a few other products from the pre-order that will be coming out available to customers in January. Demonstrators will be able to access all of those on December 5th. So if that's something you think you might want to get early access to, then you need to chat with me because there is a way to do it. And that is to sign up as a hobbyist or business, whichever is going to work for your lifestyle and your stuff. But in any case, let's get to the card first. So the card is going to be using the Beary and More cards and envelopes, as well as the Memories and More pack. And that pack includes several designs of this larger matte layer, and then several designs double-sided of this smaller layer, and some stickers, a couple of different sticker sheets, and also the cards and envelopes. You have 2 different card bases. Let me grab, there we go. And 2 different envelopes to match. And each of those are $10 each and still available. All right, we're going to be using the Beary Cute stamp set. It's a photopolymer stamp set. We're going to be using this stamp, and this stamp today. All right, and this is the card that we're going to be putting together. Isn't that cute? It is definitely a bit more dressed up than the other cards we made, but it's still so fast and simple to do. Now, on the inside, I did do some stamping this time where I did not on the other cards. But that is, oops, those need to be over there too, what we're doing today. So what I'm going to start with is, how did I get this from this? First thing I'm going to do is take off about a 1/2 inch from this side, the right side of it. So I'm lining it up with this little 1/2 inch excuse me, score or 1/2 inch mark on my trimmer. It is going to cut off a little bit of the bear's back, but that's okay. So you can keep this and use it on something else, or, whatever works best for you. Then I'm going to take 1 inch. This is slightly different than what I did on the original, but I'm going to take 1 inch from this side. And I'm going to flip it around and take 1 inch from the other side. So this will be one end, this will be the other end. And this is now, excuse me, a little shy of 3.5 inches. So we're definitely going to go, let me see. Actually, it is 3.5 inches. So we definitely want 1.5, so we're going to want 2 1/4. All right. The cutting is done. We can put this away. And we're going to get our envelope. We're using the blue one. And fold it over, line it up good. When we feel like we've got a really good lineup, I go up the center and then bring it at an angle with my bone folder out. And I do like to give the other side a little bit of a crease too, just settles it in place. And we're going to use our Real Red ink pad and our Christmas is Better Together stamp, and that's going to go right in the center. Don't forget, when using photopolymer stamps, you definitely want to be using something with a little spongy cushion. That way it has the ability to push up from underneath and grab the ink from the stamp onto the paper really well. There we go. I'm going to put this away because we are done with it for today. And I'm going to get my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to do my little baby bear in this corner. All right. And these little two paws, I want to get them mostly flat. Everything else can kind of adjust as needed. See, there we go. And then we're going to have our sitting bear, also in Tuxedo Black Memento ink. Sorry, it's winter allergies. They are started already. And again, there's this flattish line with the bear's leg on the surface. And that's kind of what I'm using to give me my lineup for that. While I'm pressing down, I'm going to close up that ink pad so I don't have that to contend with anymore. And beautiful. I'm going to take my Stampin' Chamois, which I've already cleaned. I know it doesn't look like it, but it does get stained, but that's okay. It is actually, free of ink. And I'm just going to wipe off my stamps because, when you use Real Red, there's going to be some staining no matter what, but you want to limit that as much as possible. It's not going to hurt the stamp, but it looks better without it. All right. Now the inside is good. I'm going to go ahead and close it up. And then we're going to load these guys with dimensionals, which I have right here. And you can use the edges, you can use the actual dimensionals, whatever works the best for you. I'm going to go ahead and do about 6 dimensionals on the larger pieces, and it'll probably work out to about 5 on the smaller pieces. So I'm just gonna kind of start on this side, go to this side, go to this side, go to this side, and then the top corner on these guys. All right. Same with this, just kind of give it a alternating pattern. This way it will keep its height and not sink. All right, so then I'm going to grab my piece and bring it down here again. And, make sure I've got my bits lined up right. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's going to line up there. And then that one is going to be right there. And then this one is going to be on this side. So I'm going to start doing my end pieces and then I'll do my center pieces. That way I'm going to have the best gap equity that I can get. I'm just going to use my take your pick tool to grab off these backings. Although that one doesn't want to come off for some reason. There we go. And I'm going to kind of give myself about 1/8 of an inch gap. And I'm not pressing down, I'm just barely laying it down on the cardstock because I want to make sure I've got a good distance equally. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this side. Really, the longest this takes is to pull off these backings on the dimensionals. There we go. Just make sure you got your direction going the right way. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Kind of give ourselves about 1/8 of an inch around. All right, and then we're going to do that with these center panels. We're just going to kind of make sure our gap between the outside and each other is not too large in any one dimension. And it might be easier to kind of use the top and bottom method here. Yeah, I like that. All right. I still haven't pressed anything down hard because I may need to make adjustments once I get it all done. And, you know, don't be too worried. You don't have to be perfect. Perfection is not the goal here. Definitely everybody's going to appreciate that you've created and handmade a card just for them. All right. Lining up the bottom, and then checking my gap on each side. All right, so that part was fairly easy. Like I said, the most time it took was peeling the backings off the dimensional. Now the next thing I'm going to do is pass some ribbon through this little small hole on this sticker. So I'm just going to kind of lift it up here. And I'm going to curl up the ribbon a little bit. And I'm going to need some tweezers. And I'm going to start threading it through that. Actually, I may be able to do this one without the tweezers. Yay, look at that. All right, and then we're going to tie a knot. So, sorry. I curled it up. I fed it through that little hole. Now I'm going to tie a knot. And yes, I know one end is bigger than the other because we don't need this entire amount of ribbon for what we're doing here. Now that I've got it kind of where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and place it down in this little corner here. And then I'm going to trim the ends. Tighten it down just a little bit more and get my snips. Make sure I have those angled ends there. Just like that. All right, and then if you really want more, you can add an embellishment of some kind. The embellishments that go with this set are still available as well, but that was pretty fast, you got to admit. I mean, maybe 10 minutes to put this card together. And, you know, you can do a whole lot of those in a short amount of time. And each of these panels, there's 6 of them in a packet, and there's 20 card bases and envelopes in each of those packets as well. So for $20, you can have a minimum of 20 cards, and you can use the leftover bits to make other cards. And it's really fun and easy. So that was fun. All right, so now let's get to the mini catalog. There is, as usual, quite a bit that's going to go away, and then some of it is going to stay. Some of it will remain online only, and I don't think I marked that down, but you can certainly get the last chance list quite easily if you would like one. Go ahead and send me a message. And speaking of, I have started a new newsletter that will go out a minimum of once a week, probably closer to 3 times a week. Just one of those will be of any length of time or post. Just have all the information that you need to know for that week. Plus, that one will also include a free PDF tutorial for making a card. You know, it will be current product, but it could be a variety of different things. You know, like last month, there was a whole bunch of Christmas card tutorials and things like that. So, you know, I'll try and gear it towards the type of season that we're in and that sort of thing. And of course, giving you plenty of time to create those creations before the actual events show up. But also the others are just, you know, any kind of little specials that populate, you know, that we didn't know about when the newsletter went out and things like that, and reminders about the classes that I'm offering, both online and in person. So on page 8, the Merry, Bold, and Bright suite, all the suites. Let's start with number 5. A Walk in the Forest. This is our Making a Difference product. So $3 for every pack of paper that's purchased is going to be donated to a charitable organization. And in this case, this year, it is Toys for Tots for those in North America, or at least the United States. So that's a good one. And it also can use the punch from the Beary Cute bundle to cut out those bears. And then you have brown bears instead of polar bears. All right. All the suites are retiring, but not necessarily all the products in them. So the page 9, the Merry, Bold, and Bright bundle, all the bundles are retiring as well. But in this case, so is the stamp set and the dies. There is no discount on those. The white iridescent ribbon is retiring. No discount on that one. The iridescent adhesive backed discs are going to be carrying over. So it's probable they'll be online until they appear in another catalog, whether it's the annual catalog or the next fall mini. I don't know. But the Melon Mambo and Granny Green Apple Green 12x12 foil sheets are retiring. And starting Tuesday, they will be discounted 10%. So instead of being $10, they'll be $9. And the Merry, Bold, and Bright paper will also be retiring. All the papers generally retire, but that's not 100% the case, and won't be the case this time either. So on page 11, we have the St. Nicholas bundle retiring. Stamp set and dies are also retiring. However, the dies are going to be on discount at 10% off, making them $30.60. Page 12, the Mary's Trees bundle is retiring, but the stamp set and the dies will be carrying over. On 13, the Tiny Christmas Tree die, that will be retiring, and it will be 20% off. And keep in mind, when they're last chance products, they're not going to be restocking. So they are while supplies last, and some things have already sold and are not going to be coming back. And I will let you know when we come across those. So the Tiny Christmas Tree dies is 20% off, making it $23.20. And the Festive and Fun stamp set is also retiring. The Oh Holy Night Suite is retiring. And the Night Divine bundle and the Stars at Night bundle are retiring. The adhesive back star trinkets, they're gone. The Night of Navy and Gold glittered ribbon, that's going to carry over. That made me so happy. I'm like, yes! Unfortunately, the Shining Brightly and Oh Holy Night paper are already gone. They will not be restocking those. As far as the stamp set for the Night Divine bundle, the stamp set and dies are retiring. The dies will be on discount 10%, making them $24.30. And for the other bundle, the stamp set and dies are retiring. The dies will be 30% off, making them $27.30. And that is the Stars at Night hybrid embossing folder. So it's a dies and embossing folder. It's really, I love that. So if you didn't get that one, you should probably get it. On page 18, the Rocking Horse bundle is retiring. The dies are already gone. the stamp set is still available. And on 19, Shop the Town will be retiring. On page 20, the Forest Bundle is retiring, but the stamp set and dies will be carrying over. Yay! Those are some fun trees to work with. I'm looking forward to still being able to use them in the coming year. On 21, the Joy to Use stamp set is retiring, and the Handcrafted Elements dies will be retiring, and they will be 10% off starting Tuesday, making them $34.20 in the United States. Beary Christmas Suite is retiring. The Beary Cute Bundle is retiring. The Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder is going to be carrying over. Yay, another win. The adhesive back to glitter sequins are going to be retiring without a discount. As far as I know, all of the embellishments that are not gone from this catalog are currently available from what I remember of looking at it today. The Balmy Blue Ribbon, Sparkle Ribbon will be retiring. The Berries and More card pack that we did today, and the Cards and More envelopes, cards and envelopes will be retiring. No discount there. And of course, the Beary Christmas paper, which is, oh my gosh, so good, is retiring. No discount there. So the Beary Cute Bundle is retiring with no discount on either the stamp set or the punch that will be retiring. And I don't know if you guys are around for Merry Moosemas, and there was a moose punch. That thing is so popular, you know, that people are getting a whole lot of money for secondhand sets between that. And then there was another one with a gift bow that was really popular. So if you want it, I recommend you get it now, because those cute punches plus the bundles, when it has a stamp set, they go for a lot of money secondhand when they're no longer available. Page 25, the Gift of Giving is retiring. Page 26, oh, so sad. The Winter Owls are retiring, both the stamp set and the dies, not just the bundle. All right, on page 27, both items here are carrying over: the Fragrant Forest background stamp and the Graceful Deer background stamp. I haven't had a chance to play with those yet, so I'm really glad those are carrying over. The Joy of Christmas Suite is retiring. The Joy of Noel Bundle, the Christmas Classic Bundle are retiring. The Loose Holly Gems and Sequins are retiring. The Black and Very Vanilla Large Check Ribbon, I'm happy to say, is carrying over. Yes, celebrate. The Joyful Specialty Designer Paper and the Joy of Christmas Paper is retiring. Page 30 is the first bundle, the Joy of Noel Bundle. Both the stamp set and dies are retiring. On 31, the Christmas Classic stamp set and dies are retiring. The dies will be on discount, 10% off, for $33.30. On page 32, oh, a little sad, the Sending Cheer Bundle and stamp set and dies are retiring. Both the stamp set and dies will be 40% off, so the stamp set will be $14.40, and the dies will be $21 starting Tuesday. On 33, the Jolly Words stamp set is retiring, as is the Christmas Tidings embossing folder. I loved using that one. I think I want to do one where I color in the gingerbread man. I'm not there, yes. So the embossing folder will be 10% off, making it $7.65. So if you didn't get that one, I recommend it too. Page 34, the Radiant Light stamp set will be retiring. On page 35, the Wishes All Around bundle stamp set and dies will be retiring. The dies will be 10% off, making them $32.40. Oh, you know what I realized? I'm supposed to have my banner. Oh my goodness. Going. All right. The Winter Meadow Suite is retiring. Magical Meadow Bundle is retiring. The Faceted Gems Trio Pack is carrying over. The silver and white ribbon, sheer ribbon, is carrying over. Another win for us. The Snowflake Magic paper is retiring. I love all the sparkly paper, and those tend to be the hardest to get afterwards if you didn't get enough in the first place. But the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper is going to be carrying over. Oh my gosh. That is one of the ones that we're going to be using probably early December. I love that paper, so I'm very thrilled that it is carrying over. All right, page 38, the Magical Meadow Bundle is retiring, including the stamp set and dies. On page 39, the Sparkling Snowflakes bundle itself is retiring, but the stamp set and the punch are carrying over, which also makes me happy because I really wanted to play with that one, and so far I haven't had a chance to. All right, the page 40, the Above It All bundle is retiring, both stamp set and dies. The dies are going to be 30% off, making them $22.40. On page 41, the nested treat boxes are retiring, and they will be on discount 40% off, making them $6.90. These have been a lot of fun to play with, and I'm probably going to, grab up some more in December, I'm hoping. Or maybe I'll do it at the end of the month because I suspect those are going to be gone by December once they actually go on sale. Also on 41, the Precious Pinecone stamp set is retiring, and this one is 60% off, making that $8.80, and potentially one of the best deals of the catalog, last chance sale. On page 42, the All About Autumn Suite is retiring. Page 43, the Autumn Leaves bundle is retiring. The adhesive back speckled dots are retiring. So sad, but the copper and natural ribbon combo is retiring. That makes me sad. All right, the Distress Tile 3D embossing folder is carrying over. That makes me happy. As well as the Oxidized Copper Specialty Designer Series paper will be carrying over. And I think that one might be out of stock right now, but I wouldn't worry about it too much because it will be carrying over. This gorgeous paper that we had so much trouble keeping in stock, unfortunately, is gone and will not be returning. That's sad. Page 44, the Autumn Leaves bundle, as we said earlier, is retiring, but the stamp set and dies are carrying over. I'm so happy on that one. I love playing with this set, and having it already in my possession before fall starts is going to make me very happy for next fall in the cards. On page 45, the Fruitful Blessings bundle is retiring, including the stamp set and the dies. The dies are going to be 30% off, making them $23.10. On page 46, the Rustic Crate bundle is retiring, but the stamp set and dies are going to carry over. So I haven't had a chance to play with that one yet either. Now I'm going to have that opportunity still. Page 47, the So Sincere stamp set is going to be carrying over. And given that it is a million sales achiever by Sandy Hancock, I'm very happy to hear that. Also, the Abundant Decorative Masks will be retiring. Currently, they are out of stock, but they're expecting them back on December 1st. So I would be prepared to get online and grab them if that's something you haven't been able to get yet, because the cards I've seen made with these are gorgeous, but because it just keeps going out of stock, I haven't done anything with them yet. All right, Them Bones, page 48. The suite is retiring. The bundle is retiring, as well as the stamp set and the dies. The dies will be 10% off, making them $33.30. The glow-in-the-dark bats and ghosts, they're already gone. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, no, they are. Oh, I put the gun on the wrong thing. How funny. The glow-in-the-dark bats and ghosts are gone. The glow-in-the-dark paper is retiring and will be 20% off, making them $5.60. And the Them Bones paper, which is so fun, is retiring. So if you didn't get any of that and you might want some for next year, now is a great time to pick that up. And the really awesome thing is that you can shop that sale and use my host code below and still get the make and takes. If you do it Tuesday, you'll get the make and takes that we created on Wednesday last week. If you do it Wednesday or later, you'll get the make and takes for next week, assuming your purchase is $35 or more before shipping and taxes. On page 50, the Tricks and Treats bundle is retiring, as well as the stamp set and dies. And those dies, they made that cute bag with, cut out for the head for, the Frankenstein and Dracula. And that's a really, really good set of dies. So if you do anything Halloweenish, or even if you don't, you can still use the bag to create all kinds of fun things. Okay, there it goes. On page 51, the Pick of the Patch bundle is retiring. The stamp set is retiring, but is still available. The punch, however, that makes the pumpkins and the leaf and the stem is already gone and will not be returning. All right, page 52, the Garden Walk Suite is retiring. The Modern Garden Bundle is retiring. The Bloomin' Pearls is continuing, which is awesome because those are definitely more pastel. Work fantastic with all the spring stuff, and as much as it did for this suite anyways. And, I love having, pinks and blues and golds to work with even during the holidays. The Calypso Coral braided linen trim is retiring, as well as the Garden Walk 6x6 Designer Series paper. However, even though the bundle is retiring, the stamp set is retiring, but the punch is carrying over. Yay, that makes me happy. On page 55, More Wishes is carrying over, which is also a good thing because it's got all these awesome things. And, New You, Year End, Merry Christmas, Love Wishes to ! And then in, block as well as a cursive font. It's just really fun to work with. So I'm glad that one's continuing. Page 56, the Translucent Florals bundle is retiring. The stamp set and the dies will be carrying over. Page 57, the Metally Mix, which works with that dual punch, is retiring. That stamp set will be gone. So if you really like these things and want to continue using them, then you might want to grab it if you don't already have it. Page 58, the Light the Sky bundle is retiring, but the stamp set and the dies are carrying over, which is great because that gives me all kinds of other things I can do in December with this stamp set since it will be continuing. On page 59, the Always With Me stamp set will be carrying over. And, sad day, the page 60, the Whale Watching stamp set is retiring. I don't think I can easily put my hands on it, but I did a mock-up of a front using this set. I'll have to show it to you at some point. Also, the Cheery Patterns embossing folder is retiring and 10% off, making that $7.65. On page 61, Throughout the Year is carrying over, which is good because it's got Valentine's and Easter and birthdays, in addition to obviously Trick or Treat, Cheers to You and the New Year, and Happy Holidays. It's also got Thank You, Best of Luck, and You Mean So Much to Me. Very useful stamp set to have. Page 62, Year to Celebrate is retiring and will be 40% off for $11.40. The classic gift card envelopes are retiring. They are so awesome and fun. I had one. Now where did it go? But the envelopes fit perfectly, and fold over for a nice, and then this can, just slip in there. And then you can decorate the front or put a name on it. You can just literally glue that into the inside of your card. There's so many ways that you can use these. So grab these while you can. They will be 30% off, making them $4.20 starting on Tuesday. Page 63, the deckled circle dies. Oh, God, when those came out, I was like, yes! And I haven't used them nearly enough, and they're carrying over. I figured they would be, and I'm very happy that they are. However, the Cheers to the Season stamp set is retiring, and it will be 30% off, making it $17.50. On page 64, Curved Occasions bundles retiring, as is the stamp set. The stamp set will be 10% off, making it $18. It's got the disco ball and the roller skate and the convertible and, flowers, cake, and all that fun stuff. But happily, the punch is going to carry over. I figured that one would too. All right, page 65, the Warmest Heart bundle is retiring. As is the stamp set and dies. So they will both be 40% off, and so I'll make the stamp set $10.80 and the dies $16.20. So instead of the normal 10% you'd get by purchasing the bundle, you can get 40% off, and that'll make it even more fun. And that, additionally, the framing foliage is the host stamp set. Those always retire, and this one obviously will be. And it creates these lovely little frames that you can color in for a variety of things. This one's very Christmassy with the orange and the pine cones and the holly leaves. And this one is more fall with the fall leaves and the acorns and the pomegranate and things. So there is... that will be going as well. So that is what's happening with the mini catalog that will be retiring at the end of December. The sale for that starts on the 21st, which is Tuesday. So be sure, if you want some of those things that are, especially the ones that are on discount, get those right away. Because once things are gone, they're not going to be coming back. And as I said, some things are already gone. All right, so I have some new stuff to show you, but before I do that, I'm going to show you the two items that I didn't stamp when I was putting together the last sneak peek. So I went ahead and stamped this because it's got these leaves and these flowers, so it's two-step stamping, and that was able to create this lovely little flower bunches and stuff. And then I went ahead and stamped the font or the words, and I love this font. For me, I mean, you can see what the stamps are supposed to look like when they're stamped, but it looks so much more real and easier to see. Oh, I really do like this one, and I love how this one goes together when you stamp it out. So that was the Softly Sophisticated, which is a celebration item. That will be when you have $100, you can choose this, which includes an embossing folder. Actually, I should grab the embossed cardstock that I did for that and put it in there too. And then this is the watercolor melon, which I did show you as well. Also a celebration item, but this one you can choose with a $50 purchase. And I went ahead and stamped it so I could see how it worked together. So you've got your rinds, you've got your slices of melon, which could be, this could be pizza with a bite out of it. And then the seeds I added as a third step. And then this is just the whole melon, which the modern oval punch will punch out. And then some foliage to go with the watermelon. All right, now to the new stuff. So let's look at this background stamp. This is the Doggone Friendly stamp set, and it is cling. And that is how it looks stamped. And of course, if you want to add color, you can certainly color them in and have all kinds of fun. I don't know enough about the breeds to know what colors would be best, so I would have to do some research to do this whole thing. And I'm going to have to, because I need to make some cards for a local rescue. Some special thank you cards for some of their volunteers and their donors. So this, we actually, those who attended on stage were able to receive this stamp set for free. Sorry. As prize patrol for attending. And it is photopolymer, and you can build basically. Sorry, hold on a minute. Apparently I'm doing too much talking. All right. So I made one of each of the vases or pots, whatever you want to call them. And then I just did one each of the different leaves. I did those in green. Obviously, this is not how I would imagine a pot to be, or plant in a pot to be, but I just wanted to give you a certain idea of how it would look in that way. And then this butterfly is just one butterfly stamp. I just stamped it there and stamped it off. So I had all this extra white space, and I'm like, oh, I want to see how that looks. And then it comes with two different stamps that would be for your hanging plants. So this one and this one. And then it has this circle, which I'm like, what the heck is the circle for? And then I remembered my my stepmom, Karen. She used to macrame, and she taught us macrame. And then one of the things that was very frequently created with macrame was little nets to hold your hanging pots, and they would use rings like that in addition to tying knots in twine and rope and stuff. And so I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that's for. All right, and then we have the Hills of Tuscany. I wasn't sure I was going to get this one, but because of the house, I decided I needed to, because I have some realtors that I work with that need thank you cards as well. And it is photopolymer. You've got several trees and some definite scenic stuff. And this is how I stamped it out. So this probably was supposed to be a hill like similar to this, so I should have done it in green, but by the time I had it up there, I'm like, oh, whoops, and I didn't want to start restamping. There's the house with the roof, and then the two different tree stamps, and then of course there's this little speckle stamp as well. And that can be a moon. And then it says, hello, you're in my thoughts. I just can't thank you enough, and wishing you peace, which is a good sentiment for a sympathy card. And I do have to make another one of those. Then to go with that paper I showed you, this is the Trusty Tools bundle. And it's so fun. It's got the hammer, the wrench, the pencil, paintbrush, tape measure. It says thank you, Dad. Happy Father's Day. It's got some screws and a nut. And you're the most awesome. And then it has these so fun dies, which has the drill. There's the drill head, and this is the drill bit and everything. It's got the paintbrush, the wrench, the hammer, the pencil, the tape measure, the screws and the nut. This is the end of the tape measure, and then a handle to make a toolbox, and then this other wrench. And of course there is this pegboard, because honestly, what garage with a tool chest doesn't have pegboard to hang some of this stuff on? All right, so that is the dies, and this is how I stamped them out. I was going a little fast, so that one isn't ideal, but it tells me how to use them, which is the important part. How to line them up, because this is one stamp, and then the color fill is another stamp. The same thing with these handles, this end of the paintbrush, plus this little flush of paint at the end of the paintbrush. I didn't get a good transfer on my screws and nuts, so I did it again over there. And then we have Dad, which is really nice and big. I think that's fantastic. That's going to go well on some Father's Day cards for sure, and birthday cards for dads. Thank you. You're the most awesome, and happy Father's Day. All kinds of fun there. So this was a bit long for a Sunday, but I wanted to make sure you guys knew that starting Tuesday, we will be having that last chance sales start. And what items you're going to want to put down on your list to make sure you get right away, because some things are going to be really popular and they're going to go. And some of them were already gone before we even got to this point. But a couple of items like the St. Nicholas dies and some of the other items actually did not go unavailable until after they released the last chance list to us. So even if it's before Tuesday, if it goes out of stock and they haven't already put in an order, they won't be bringing it back. So if it's something you really want and you don't have yet, you know, your best bet is to order it as soon as you put in your next order, or sooner if you're really worried about it going out of stock. Right now, except for some of the French sets, nothing else is low inventory, but that can change. So if you're ever curious about where things are at, let me know and I can look it up. It's pretty easy to check, at any point, is this item already going low inventory? But sometimes you never see the low inventory and next thing you know, it's gone, so just things you need to be aware of. Anyways, I'm Michelle. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I run Harmony Stamps with Michelle, and that's where you're seeing my videos, either on my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. And I would love to be your demonstrator if you don't already have one. If you need to get some of the new products that I showed at the end, you can easily do that starting in December by becoming a demonstrator, and I would be more than happy to chat with you about what that means and how to go about it and how to get those items on your order. And it'll include the option of anything in the mini catalog that's being released in January. If you're not that worried about getting it early, then you can certainly wait until January 4th or 5th. I don't remember which. They will go live to everyone, and that's going to be awesome when that happens. There's some special things happening then too. So have a fantastic day. I will see you again on Wednesday. I will remind you again about the last chance sale going on at that point. And again, if you want to be very informed about what I've got going each week and you want to get a free tutorial each week, go ahead and subscribe to my email list, and that link is in the comments as well. Have a great day.